I'm delighted to be in your midst, and it is a couple of months ago that we met, and I asked you to be my young advisor, so to say, and a part of you, the three, and out of a group of 9 are here. What is your first impression?
It was confusing somehow because I was going to the industrial workshops. So I didn't want to go to the social media network meetings because I thought, well, I know this scene and I know the crowd. And what I've heard there was kind of maybe disappointing because I've heard a lot of old lines and old phrases. So I thought we are maybe, or there's one thing, we are over this and we are getting more relaxed and can talk, you know, what are the real problems. But no, I haven't heard this.
So I even have a need for more of your thoughts. For I'm impressed by the number, and of course I'm aware that it's not about quantity but it's about quality, but so many people that could be our ambassadors, our networkers, and our food for thought, but then it should be in a situation where indeed it makes sense and it's out of the box thinking. Just ask your colleagues, what is your impression so far?
Well, I have to say that I'm actually kind of impressed because yesterday was discussed in the panel that so much positive energy is going on, and I really noticed it and I really grabbed this feel, and that is very inspiring. And I think especially in this regard, it would be good for the future to even increase the participation of youth, but especially to emphasize this kind of good connections you can make here at the Digital Agenda Assembly. That is something I'm very thankful in a way, and I'm looking forward for all these connections we made, what's going to happen in the future. That was very good and inspiring.
Josie, what is your feeling and experience so far?
I was very much amazed to see the number of people attending, and that the digital world is gaining a space now in the European Union. It's becoming more and more important, and that's something we've been lacking a lot. Especially the Roma people, the Gypsy people that I represented here. I was the only one out of the several. How many people did we have? Like
1,400.
1,400
yeah,
people, and I was very proud to present the Roma. However, what I would like to point to is the lack of IT on the importance of IT when talking about Roma integration. Recently, the EU framework agreement on the Roma integration has been adopted by the Hungarian presidency of the European Union, and they don't mention ICT there. And it would be very, very, very good if the digital agenda could point a finger onto the importance of that issue, because that can really boost the integration of the Roma people. Another thing that I was missing here at the Assembly is the participation of youth. I think what Tobias was saying is very important, and what if we took that thought further and we had a youth section next year at the Digital Assembly? That would be awesome. Some of the young participants could not express their thoughts as they wanted to because the elderly generation did not give them the space, even though I think they are much more literate digitally. And therefore, it would make lots of sense to have that next year.
I get the message of all three of you, and all three are main messages for me. For number one, if we are saying in the Commission, every European digital in 2013, that is really everyone. For everybody digital, then it means age, no problem, younger, older, whatever, color, sex, tribe, yes or no, everybody is everybody. And that taking into account, I need more of your thoughts out of the box, so to say, and this is a first event, so to say, but it is just, in my opinion, and not because my people are not taking it serious, for they are taking it bloody serious, but it is a tryout, for it is above all expectations, the numbers, and we should not stop here. And what I'm interested in, how could we give a follow-up on it? And should that be via what route and via what approach? Do you have a feel? And you certainly should, Marion.
Well, what I'm missing is actually the path. So it's like you have to set the path to go on, because a lot of people, what you're talking here, well, maybe for the crowd here, they know what you're talking about, or they have their own interest. But it's not a message for the public. you have to, there's much more needed out there. It's like if I go to the center of Brussels, and there's a lot of tensions these days, I think, or I feel. I don't know if they would come here, what they would think about it. Would say, well, you know, there are certain things we need first, and you need to have the impression that something is going on for them. And I don't have this feeling yet. So it's like to set the path for something that everyone can understand, because there are so many conflicting messages out here, even at this meeting.
A couple of reactions. Number one, and then I'm coming back to your point, Josie, on the youth. And I'm aware that the youth, and you are young, you could be my children or even my grandchildren perhaps, but that the youth is far more eloquent and is far more able to think out of the box and be aware what is at stake, and that it is not one for all, but that it is indeed an opportunity to have a creative and very challenging and exciting filling in of everybody's future. Having said that, I was quite impressed by those kids who got the awards for just sending their innovative path for, and that was just touch upon the security part of Kids Online. And there were 9-year-old, but there were all 16-year-old and what have you. So we should involve them more. And I think that a couple of those special categories, not taking into account that they are special because more attention or what, but that we are touching upon the right wave, so to say. What you are saying, you need a path and you need to be intrigued, for otherwise you say, come on, that is not new.
Can I?
Yeah, please, please.
Do you think, actually, I don't worry about the youth, I don't worry about young people, because I know we all have our passions and ideas and dreams, but I'm wondering, and I'm kind of afraid about the setup and the rules that we actually have to face.
Okay, taken, but then I ask you, give us please a couple of lines. What could be done, and the three of you, and even more, for